The qualifications of the members of the commission, the staff of the commission, and any consultants used are on file with the city and are hereby made a part of each and every application heard this evening. The guidelines and procedures adopted by the commission are also made part of each and every application. Each application is heard this evening is considered on its own merits and is not to be considered as establishing a precedent for any other applications. Would you call the roll, please?
Chairwoman Blitz. Acting Chairman McSaney.
Here.
Councilman Les.
Here.
Mr. Cocoon. Mr. DiLorenzo.
Here.
Mr. Dyer.
Here.
Mr. Hayes.
Here.
And we do have a quorum.
All right. The second item on the agenda is the minutes of last month's meeting of Tuesday, the 18th of February. Are there any comments or corrections proposed for the minutes? Having heard none, request a proposal. I move approval.
Second.
Move approval. A second?
Second.
We have a we have a motion to approve and a second. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Dyer.
Yes.
Councilman Les.
Yes.
Mr. DiLorenzo.
Abstain.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Chairman McSaney.
Yes,
And the motion carries.
thank you. The third item on the agenda is application, return of the application for 379 Main Street. Would you like to come up and sit? We appreciate your coming back and appreciate the additional information that has been provided. You have two different proposals. Have you picked a contractor yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I think the attachments to the revised application is kind of self-explanatory. Does anybody have any questions? Having heard none, were you going to say something?
I'm sorry?
Were you going to say something?
No.
Oh, okay. I invite a motion on the,
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve HDC 023214 as specified.
I'll second that.
all right. We have a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mr. DiLorenzo.
Yes.
Councilman Les.
Yes.
Mr. Dyer.
Yes.
Chairman McSaney.
Yes,
And the motion carries.
thank you very much. About as painless as it can get. Thank you very much, and good luck to you. Have you bothered to take a look at the Rainbow Forest?
Say it again?
Did you bother in the last month to take a look across the street at Rainbow Forest to see their brickwork?
This is the one that you said went bad?
Yeah.
What's the name of it again?
Rainbow
I'll
Forest.
check it.
It's almost right across the street from you. It's down.
Because I wasn't sure where was it.
Mr. President, I'll note that when I looked up locks, and apparently that's a proprietary product from Sherwin-Williams.
Oh.
And it's specifically to be used on top of masonry so that the paint will adhere and you don't end up with the water going through and freezing. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it will work.
Next item on the agenda is for 1110 Montgomery Street. Ms. Everett, would you like to come sit up here?
So since my husband did the application for this meeting, we tweaked the plans. In my application, it said that we want to use brick treads on the stairs connecting to the sidewalk, and we will not be doing that. So just replace the existing concrete stairs. I have samples of the pavers we plan to use, and we just got the new and improved. You keep tweaking it, hoping to bring the cost down a little bit, and also working on the detail of like plan that I had submitted, I had crossed out where the path went to the north side of the back porch, which didn't make sense because we don't have a door there. But, so they basically look like bricks. We have, these are the pavers for the walkways on the north side of the house. And what we have now is brick, but I don't know what year they were put in. And the width will pretty much be the same as the paths we have now. We're making the paths curved instead of triangular. What we have now is straight lines going out to a path that goes to the sidewalk in the front of the property. But on the area of the patio and the driveway pull-off on the west side of the house, we'll be using something that looks very similar, but this is it's an eco block. So it's considered a permeable paver. They dig down 18 inches instead of just, I think, 6 for the walkways. So it's the block they use for controlling the runoff or whatever, so it's not just one big paved area. And one other little tweak. My notes here. Are there any questions? Oh, I know. The other thing was, the picture in our application shows brick steps going up to the porch, and instead, it's a paver made by E.P. Henry, and it's called Coventry. And I don't have a sample of that. I have a picture and.
But it's a it's a paver.
It's a paver, so instead of what we have now are just the crumbling concrete steps. So they'll be covered with this brick look stone paver, and so it'll blend in well with the brick walkway and the landing that'll be at the base of.
Having said all that, if you just read the paragraph of work description, do we have to make any changes? You know, what changes, if any, do we have to make to that?
This paragraph I think that pretty much is the same.
I was just looking at some of the things you
Look through it real quick. Which, here.
You can have a seat.
Okay, replace the crumbled steps on Montgomery Street side of the house. Replace the steps at the front entrance of the house. Replace new walkways, add a pull-off along the side of the driveway near the back door, and add a patio in the backyard. The materials will be pavers and existing bricks. So the path behind on the south side of the house, going from the porch back to the parking lot, that'll be, we're reusing the bricks that we're digging up from the front yard.
Okay.
So that will not be new pavers, but old bricks.
Okay.
So that work description is accurate.
It's good enough, okay? Because some of the things you said, I was following along as you were saying, and I wondered why you were saying you were changing it when I was reading more or less the same thing.
Well, also in the application, it was just a couple detail in what Dave typed up here.
Gotcha. Okay. Commission members have any questions?
Lisa, let me just, Mr. Vice President, Vice Chair, Lisa, let me just understand this. The south side path back to the parking lot that's on the east side of the building, is that going to the church parking lot or to your parking place? Your lot's parking area is like 4 places behind the house, correct? When I
Yeah,
look at this plat.
so it'll wind, this is the Montgomery,
Ah.
I'm sorry. Here's the Montgomery Street side of the house.
Yeah.
And so the house really faces east rather
Yep.
than Montgomery Street. So the path will wind around across the back of the house to our parking area. It'll stay completely on our property. And there is a driveway on the east side of the house that goes from our property to the church property, and we have talked to them about, we're going to remove that paved driveway.
There's a driveway on
It's a
the,
driveway that goes
on
from
the-
the
Yeah.
church parking lot, and it's on their property, and it crosses over to our property to our front porch.
oh,
And we will be removing that.
wait, where are you?
Yeah, let me just understand this. Your access is actually through their parking lot.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, right.
We access our house from the driveway that goes down to Montgomery Street on the west side of the house.
Yeah, why don't you come here and show me?
Okay. There is a driveway that does not go all the way to Montgomery Street, and that's what we will be removing.
Okay. What's this right here?
That's the driveway that we're going to remove.
Okay, this
But we
one,
have a driveway that comes up from Montgomery Street right here.
is that the one you've been using, or you've been going through the,
Oh, no, we use this one.
okay, all right.
We did use that. It goes
Right.
right to our front porch, so like when we moved,
Yeah, okay.
and the moving truck came that way. A big reason for doing this project is that there's no easy access to the front porch here.
Yeah, I understand.
So, I
That's-
mean, there's, brick paths in very bad shape, so in doing the pull-off and then nicer walkways, people will be able to find a front porch. And
Okay.
also adding the path, which will basically come around here, so it's all.
Okay, so that's the way we're gonna
property.
do something like this.
Yes.
Okay, all
If
right.
you wanna,
I'm sort of straightened away now.
okay, this is what it looks like with Montgomery Street.
Yeah, excellent, okay, excellent, thank you.
Okay, so, so this is what they're gonna remove, right?
Wait, are you gonna remove that now, or eventually you remove that driveway?
In the process of doing all of that,
Okay,
so,
but we're not doing anything with that right now. We're just approving the path back
do we
to,
need approval for removing the driveway?
no.
Okay, actually, I think it was mentioned in, when I got approval for repaving our driveway.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, you don't have to, no, we don't need to know you're taking it out.
Okay.
We're in good shape here.
Any other questions?
Ma'am, you mentioned that there was some change in the front steps that you made, that you were going to
The
make?
steps that go down to the sidewalk,
Yes.
we had described in what Dave typed up, not on this form, but Dave typed up a whole report, and he mentioned putting brick pavers on those steps. We will not be doing that, so we'll be keeping them as just plain concrete steps.
As they are here.
But they're crumbled and they're kind of pitched on,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of scary. So they will be level and new.
Any other questions or observations? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve HDC 026-2014 as proposed.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve HDC 026, 2014. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Di Lorenzo? Yes. Mr. Dyer?
Yes.
Councilman Les?
Yes,
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Chairman McSeany?
Yes.
And the
We
motion
do have
carries.
one question.
How are we going to afford it? I don't know.
That occurred to me too, but I wasn't going to ask that. How many more visits do you think you're going to make here?
I'll be back in a few months when we rebuild the porch. The decking on the porch is rotting. It's all wood, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay,
And hopefully that'll be the last.
wow. Okay, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate what you're doing to that house. Certainly, I speak for myself and I think everybody else up here. It's a magnificent house, and it's going to be more magnificent when you finish.
I hope
Thank you
so.
very much.
Thank you. Rick's up here.
I don't know if they're full.
Yeah, there. I don't know what makes a paver different from a brick, but that's a brick to me.
Item 5 on the, on the agenda is a tax credit request for 414 Main Street for HDC 010-214. Are there any comments or observations on that? If not, would you call the roll, please? Oh, I guess, a motion to approve.
I move approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Dyer?
Yes.
Mr. Di Lorenzo?
Yes.
Councilman Les?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Chairman McSeany?
Yes.
And the motion carries.
And for number 6, we have a tax credit request for 211 10th Street for HDC 019-214. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve this.
Is there a second?
Second.
Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Councilman Les?
Yes.
Mr. Di Lorenzo?
Yes.
Mr. Dyer?
Yes.
Chairman McSeany?
Yes, and I ask for about a 2-minute recess.
And the motion carries.
Moving right along.
So did you hear about, you were with the Historic Society presentation with the Boston Laurel?
No.
Did you hear about it?
No.
It was SRO in the pool room. And everyone sitting in every club, pretty much like packed of people standing and packed.
I actually ordered that book.
Yeah.
And have yet to receive it.
No, because he actually on Facebook, he showed a picture of the truck arriving it was supposed to arrive before then, and he was supposed to bring books to that presentation. But they came the next day, they came Friday. And so he has to actually prepare all the ones, sign them, put the little stuff in that you get with each one. I did too. So it's going to be a
I've
process.
tried to think, well, it's fine. I knew it was going to be late coming out, so I've been patient with it.
Sure.
But then I
This guy's so
thought
busy.
recently, I've heard about people seeing the book, and I thought, I hope they didn't overlook some.
No.
You're fine.
He's the one
I'll
that
wait.
suggested I go speak to the surgeon first.
Excuse me. The last, well, not the last item, is there any new business anyone wants to bring up? All right. Then, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Okay, it doesn't need a second. And there's a note that we would have a meeting regarding the KCI inventory. My idea on that is that I think Mr. Fleming has the, I presume, the position of the city on what we should do. And I would rather not make a decision on that matter without his being present, unless anybody thinks otherwise.
Agree.
All right?
Makes sense.
Adjourned, thank you very much. Couple of good things done, and appreciate your cooperation. That's yours. Oh. Eighteen.